What up? It's me, KP. So I'm on a rant today. And like I said in my audio recordings, that I'm going to be talking about Ryan Lochte for a while. So here we are. It's only a day later, and we're talking about Ryan Lochte again. So today in Ryan Lochte news, Rio is going to be having Ryan Lochte and the other three swimmers involved in the incident that happened in Rio back to Brazil to testify in a hearing about the whole how everything that went down earlier this month in Rio, where Ryan Lochte, and his three swimmer friends basically fabricated a situation where they said that Ryan Lochte specifically said that he was held at gunpoint by people who pulled him over and pointed a gun at his forehead. Well, we all know now that that was not the case, and in fact, he was destroying property, and that he had to pay for the repairs for the property. So basically, it comes down to this: he lied about it, and now Rio wants him to pay because Rio's saying that he made the country look bad. Rio, and you know what, he did, but Rio is having their own, they're having to answer on their own for how other situations at the Olympics went, like the judo medalist getting mugged on the beach, on Copacabana Beach, right after he medaled, and then Australian coaches getting held up on the beach as well on the way home from event, on the way back to the Olympic Village. It spans many different dimensions. There were body parts found in the water where several water events went down during the Olympics. So they have to answer for a lot of things on their own. They don't need Ryan Lochte's help making them look bad, and yet he managed to do that anyway. So they want him to pay. So they're going to bring him back, and he's not obligated to go and do it, but he can't enter a plea if he doesn't go back. That's basically what's going to happen here. So now that I've brought you up to speed, my question remains the same as it has been, which is, well, it's a two-parter. Are we done punishing Ryan Lochte in the court of public opinion for what's happened? Because we really don't know the extent of the involvement of the other three swimmers, because they're not as well known as Ryan Lochte. So we don't know if he's taking the brunt for all the actions involved. Now, we have seen on video that Ryan Lochte is responsible for a lot of the aggression that happened. But we don't know what all was said. We know that one other of the swimmers was publicly urinating on the side of that gas station property. But one of the questions I have is, are we done grilling him in the court of public opinion? That's the first question. The second question is, should we feel sorry for him? Should we let it go? So the answer for me for the first question is, should we be finished grilling Ryan Lochte? It's not a yes or no answer to me, because it looks like he's going to be punished in some way, if he hasn't already, for the situation. Because when this first went down, I was very skeptical about how he would be punished, because he seems like the type where he's been in situations before and he's been able to kind of slither his way out of the situation. But now, Rio, it seems like publicly they're the first set, or the first group, the first entity to hold him accountable. And thank goodness they have video evidence of the situation in question, because who's to say if Ryan Lochte, I know you're going to laugh when I say this, but who's to say that Ryan Lochte would have even came forward if there were no video evidence? Back to the court of public opinion, in my humble opinion, at the peanut gallery, he's not going to be saying anything to differentiate from what he said to Matt Lauer and to Billy Bush the day after, when he was still inebriated, still drunk, about getting held up at gunpoint. I don't think his story would have changed if there was no video evidence. But thank goodness that there was, because now Rio has declared their name, but that's not enough for them. Oh no. They want him to pay. So they want to have him come all the way back to Rio, speak about it, embarrass himself further, and, you know, disgrace our country instead of his, or instead of theirs, which is Rio. So it's a multi-answer question. Should we stop grilling Ryan Lochte over the situation? I mean, in the court of public opinion, everybody's got something to say, but we could let it go if we wanted to, because Rio's going to take it from here. They're going to take it from here. They're going to take what they get from the statement that Ryan Lochte gives, if he gives it, if he goes to Rio, because if he does go to Rio, he's going to be able to possibly enter some type of plea for the situation, because they are moving forward with anything that has to do with punishing Ryan Lochte for this crime. And, you know, obviously when something new happens, I'll let you know. But they're going to take it from here. So really, in the court of public opinion, there's really nothing we have to do. They're going to handle it for us. So the only reason I still want to kind of grill him publicly is because, first of all, he's still not really owning up to what he did. He keeps saying that he's fabricated the story. He's never said that he lied. He's never acknowledged that he flat out lied. He goes on with Matt Lauer after he lied the first time, and then comes back on with Matt Lauer the second time. And, you know, creates a sob story complete with little fake dry sniffles with no snot. I mean, you're crying with no snot. So I don't believe you when whatever that was, I don't believe it. Check out the Matt Lauer interview, the after one. Not the first one when he lied, but the second one. Check that one out, and you'll see what I mean. And then, you know, and then the other thing that really bothers me is that Dancing with the Stars solidified something with him before he went to the Olympics. So I think that this was already in play before all this went down. And that's fine. But Dancing with the Stars / ABC, you totally have a chance to, like, circle the wagon around and snatch the contract back as he's signing and just snatch it back. Because to me, why reward somebody for bad behavior? I think ABC is going to get backlash for not pulling him from the cast, because it's almost a certainty. I think he's signed the contract, so it's imminent that he's going to be on this season with Dancing with the Stars, unless he pulls out or something happens. But I guarantee you, if ABC gets enough backlash, they're going to release some statement that says, you know, we're going to support Ryan Lochte during this time, and that this will help his image and show the American public that he's not a bad guy. You know, I believe in second chances, but I do believe in second chances. However, you knew what you're doing. You are 31 years old, and I'm sorry, you can't blame it on the alcohol at 31 years old. And if you really black out while you're drinking and you know it, don't drink. You've said in interviews in the past, you can Google it. He has said in interviews in the past that sometimes he has to hang out with people in order to catch him when he tries to fall. When he may drink too much, he says he goes out with people he knows who will call him out on his BS, so that way he won't get himself into trouble. Well, those friends weren't with him, obviously, in Rio. So, long answer is, I don't know if we should stop grilling him. I mean, obviously, it's up to the person who it depends on the person, really. But people are going to grill him regardless. If I say don't do it anymore, everybody's going to do it anyway. So that's the answer to the first question is I don't know. Like, things die out anyway. The next story is going to get told. You already know. And then the second question is, should we, let this die? Let all this die? I mean, I have a life. I got stuff. I have other sports stories I'd love to talk about. I could talk about fantasy football all day, but I'm going to call you out if you are wrong. Guarantee that on kpthesportschick.com. So this is something for me to talk about with you guys, because it gives me a chance to hear what you guys have to say about it. I get to hear from you, because this is a type of polarizing situation that pulls everybody out and has an opinion, no matter where you're from. So I don't think that we should really be too concerned about it, because for every day that there's a story, tomorrow there's going to be another piece to this saga, because that's what it's become. So I can't even say we can let it die down, because it won't let it, the perpetual machine that is this story now won't let us let it die down. There's going to be new parts of the story at least every week. So I don't know, but I do believe that he should not be punished for good behavior, and we're probably going to see him on this season Dancing with the Stars. I think it's ridiculous, but let me know what you think. I want to hear what you have to say about this.